about not a young adult, and you know what's there's a lot of things going on in the world. We have the ISIS and other countries. There's a lot of chaos and disarray, and the world is falling apart. What do you think about this thing?
I mean, there's the obvious reaction of horror to like ISIS and all the terrible things that happen, but a lot of it's just fatigue. Like, I've been seeing the world fall apart, I guess,
Since 9/11.
Yeah, since my childhood.
Right.
So like at this point, it's hard to be shocked by it. But
Are you worried at all that one day we're gonna have another 9/11, or what do you think?
I wouldn't say worried. I mean, I know I guess it's a possibility, but there's nothing I can do about it. Like, I don't get to vote on going to war. I don't have a say in what happens with ISIS or that. So like, I can be concerned about it, and I can be aware and knowledgeable about it, but there's a point that it's not.
But because you are so exposed with the social media, and this is how they recruit, they are becoming very tech savvy, just like your generation. They're able to connect with you. So, and this is how they're growing, with their recruiting. So, what would you say to the youth, like young adult like you, that they might be vulnerable for recruitment?
I think if you're vulnerable to recruitment, I don't think like a snazzy Twitter will like be the thing that causes you to get recruited. I think what they target people who are vulnerable, like people who maybe are in not the best economic shape, people who have felt slighted or feel that they've been, I guess, let down by the system. And a lot of it, like with ISIS, is people have been through so much. Like those soldiers are my age, and it's like if I lived through like 14 years of war, I might be a little mad too.
I want to ask your opinion on what's happening with, say for example, hating the Arab, Muslim, the Americans that are here. They're having so much trouble with their identities and how to connect with the American community. What would you tell them?
Hating Arab Americans is missing the point. Like, they aren't the people who are involved in that. They are
They're getting blamed. Every time we have an attack, they are a target. And sometimes it's very, very hard for them. And they don't know how to reach out. Like the young adult like you, they would like to connect and talk, but they don't know how to do it. So here you are talking to me, and you do understand what they're going through.
Yeah.
So if somebody, how do you make that connection, do you think, with the people that are Arab American youth like you, you're an American, so that there is not hate or there is a connection? We can make that connection and friendship.
Yeah, well, what I say is like, it'll get better.
It'll get better, you think? Okay.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of the hate actually comes from, this might be just me speaking from my own experience, but I think a lot of hate comes from the older generations. Because even when 9/11 happened, I had Arab American classmates, and I've known some people for like my entire life and been friends with them, and it's like,
have you seen how they were treated though? I mean, you had friends, Arab Muslim friends.
Yeah.
But others don't feel the same way you do toward them. Did you ever see any negative treatment? Well, from your experience.
Yeah.
They were called names and
name calling primarily. But
that was pretty tough, to see your friends being treated that way. what did you think, and did you say anything, or what did you do? Did you tell your friends something?
I mean, I don't know, like, it's basically, you have to let it wash off of you. It'll change. Like,
You're very positive, and I like that in you.
I had a friend, Waleed, who's Pakistani in high school, and he kind of responded to it with kind of creating this hyper masculine persona, and it really wasn't him. I don't have it. It's tough.
It is tough, especially nowadays. It's very tough, and you just heard like 3 Arab Muslim got murdered in North Carolina, and that's like, why is there hate? You know, I mean, these people are also suffering from what's happening, and so the thing is, they're afraid to speak up, but they want to do it, and so I'm trying to find a way to connect the communities, and this is what I'm trying to do. So I'm trying to speak with different members of the community, and your generation as an American, young American, I think is so important to be part of a conversation.